Triratna Saranam Namo Mitavaya Buddhaya, everyone. Prostration to the lineage masters and triple gems. Let's start this teaching by remembering or paying homage to the lineage masters, um, because of whom the teaching has survived so long. And let's pay homage to the triple gems, which means the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Before going to the following, today's stanzas, I want to revise what we did in previous 6 stanzas. In previous stanzas, in previous 5 stanzas, no, 6 stanzas actually, not 5, we saw that Acharya Santideva had started talking about precious moment after paying homage to the lineage master and the triple gems, which are, as I said, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. And then he clarified his intention of behind creating the Bodhicharya avatar, and then he started talking about the precious moment. Okay, this is the culture of at least Mahayana Buddhism, where we pay homage before we say before we do any good things or auspicious things or anything that is good or virtuous. We pay homage to the masters, and we pay homage to the triple gems, and then we clarify or we remind ourselves what is the intention behind doing what we are doing. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about precious moment. What is precious moment? So, concisely speaking, the precious moment is the moment of time in which the mind is interested in knowing, the teaching, hearing the teaching, contemplating about that teaching, and then meditating on that teaching, especially about the bodhicitta. Okay, any teaching of the Buddha, like it is, may, be it impermanent or suffering or non-self, those are given by the Buddha to lead sentient beings toward generating bodhicitta. Once you have got the bodhicitta generated, then you become Buddha. Okay, so concisely, being a Mahayanist, I will say that any mind which has generated interest in generating bodhicitta, contemplate about the teaching how to generate the bodhicitta, and meditate on the bodhicitta, is the precious moment of the time. Okay, so we have different types of moment. Okay, so the moment is, before going to moment, let's talk about the beings of 6 realms or three realms. um, so 6 realms, or you say 3 realms, these are the 2 different ways of grouping. Okay, it's a way of grouping 3 types of mind. Okay, there are 3 types of mind. One is mind of desirous beings, which is under the influence of, grossly under the influence of anger, attachment, ignorance. And the other 2 minds are the minds of form realm and formless realm, which are the mind of the beings who have achieved a certain level of meditative absorption. Okay, the mind of these realms, form and formless realms, as well as the god of desiring realms, are better than us human beings, as well as other 3 realms, such as animal, hungry ghost, and hell, because mind of these lower realms, as well as some people or some human beings also, is under the influence of anger. They are always hungry of food, reputation, those things, status, praise, all those things, as well as animal are always, their mind is always preoccupied in eating, sleeping. And beings of these 3 realms are, the mind of the beings of these 3 realms are always in fear of getting pain, or or in hope of getting rid of that pain. Okay, the pain can be physical pain, mental pain, pain arising because of the hunger for the food or status or money, anything, or they are in fear of getting killed like animals. Okay, so these minds, the mind of these beings, I mean the mind of form and formless god beings, as well as the god of the desire beings realm, are better than the mind of these three rolled low realms. Okay, so now let's go back to the previous concept, the question, what is precious mind? Okay, so any mind that is inclined towards the Buddha's teaching of impermanent suffering, non-self, emptiness, and bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is the non-dual in union of luminosity and emptiness. Okay, so let's see how the mind of the six realms. Why can't those mind? They also has the moment, isn't it? So but why can't we call those moment of the six realms as precious? This is because, like let's start from the hell being and ghost being. The mind of these realms, the hell realm is always in extreme pain, mental as well as physical, and the pain of the hungry ghost is mostly due to hunger for the food. And same thing we can see for the hunger for reputation, fame, wealth in the human being also. So their mind is also similar to that hungry ghost. Not intense like that hungry ghost. The hunger is not that intense and not that long like that of hungry ghost, but the human being's mind also are similar to the hungry ghost mind. Okay, and the mind of animal, as I said, that they are always preoccupied for the food and sleep, and the each moment of these three beings, okay, beings of these three realms, is get wasted in fear and hope of getting rid of suffering, of physical pain, or mental pain, or hunger, or being eaten by others. Okay, there is no way their mind will get attracted toward the Buddha and his teachings or Sangha. Okay, now let's go to the mind of the god realms. So there are three different types of gods. One is the gods of the desire being realms, which includes the demigods also. Uh, these gods are enjoying the result of the past positive virtuous activities, of not killing, observing the ethical conducts, etc., not stealing, being compassionate, etc. But because they haven't realized the non-self and emptiness, they are still under the ignorance of I really exist. My current blissful state is permanent. Okay, so but when the karma or result of that blissful state finishes, they too die. And at that moment of death, because of the shock, because the whole life they have live like they will never die. Okay, and their blissful state is permanent. But when the death approaches them, they are in shock and disbelief, and in this moment of disbelief and the shock, their past negative karma, um, which lies latent in the mental state, can get manifest. Okay, and due to which they end up getting birth in the lower realms. Okay, this can happen to the god of the form and formless realm also, who have achieved the meditative absorption of form and formless realm, in which the ignorance related to that permanent really existing soul or I, that lies in latent form in their mental stream. Okay, but when the karma finishes, they too are in shock, and they can end up getting birth in the lower realm. Okay, so the god, three types of god who are in blissful state. There's no way their mind will get inclined towards the teaching of the Buddhas the teaching of the impermanent suffering, or non-self, emptiness, all those things. So beings, no matter where they are born, starting from the hell realm to the highest realm of formless realm, okay, they are still under the influence of affliction. The affliction in certain realms might be gross, uh, um, in other realms it might lie in the latent form, but they still are under the influence of these afflictions. And they they all, especially the god realms, the blissful state, they are just reaping the fruit of their past positive karmas, and they're creating the more similar type of karma, huh? um, especially who are in hell realms, because of the pain and sufferings, they go on creating negative karma. Okay, so which will keep these all beings still trapped inside the cyclic existence and doesn't allow them to liberate. That is why, because this moment of the blissful state as well as painful state doesn't allow them to get liberated from their state. This keeps on dragging them within the realms of cyclic existence. Okay, the existence is called cyclic because the people get born in one realm, die there, and then go back to another realm, and then die from there, and then go back to another realm. So in this way, they are just walking the touring around the world. Okay, they are not out of the suffering realm. They're still within the suffering realm, as if like they are walking in a cycle. So that's it. That's why these realms are called cyclic realms, or realm of cyclic existence. Okay, so the moment, the happy moment or sad moment of the hungry ghost hell, or happy blissful moment of the desire beings, god, or from god, or formless god, those all are not called precious, because those moments don't have capacity to liberate them. That moment keeps on trapping them within the world of the existence. That is why they are not considered as the precious moment. The moment of the time of any mind, starting from the hungry ghost to the god realms, any mind, that moment, that particular moment when the mind has shown the inclination toward the teachings of the impermanence, suffering, and non-self, emptiness, bodhicitta, is called the precious moment. Okay, so let's talk about the stanzas now. um, where am I? So in the stanza 7, there is a word kalpa. Okay, so this kalpa is the extremely lengthy time which our human being's mind cannot fathom. It can't calculate how long it is. Okay, so in English it is translated as eons. Okay, so in this stanza, Acharya Shantideva is saying or hinting that yogis uh, yogis have been contemplating about the bodhicitta that long, and has found out that only this bodhicitta has capacity to produce and increase the happiness. It can bring the hell beings out of that suffering, and then keep them, make them god. Increase the happiness. The increasing the happiness means the mind is becoming the mind of the god. Okay, so bodhicitta has capacity to produce and increase the happiness of not only oneself, but it will, in this way, when you are happy, then you can create the cause of happiness in another beings too. That's what Acharya Shantideva is saying in the stanza 7. Okay, so from this stanza we see that before this stanza up to 6, he was just giving the talking about his intention and all those things. But from this stanza it seems like he's talking about the benefit of bodhicitta. Okay, so in stanza 7 he says that the bodhicitta makes you happy, and when you are happy you can create the cause of happiness in another beings, many beings. Okay, that's what he's saying in stanza 7. And in stanza 8, he's talking about beings with three different type of mental inclinations. Okay, so they are, number one, those who are not interested in getting liberated. Okay, they just want to enjoy their life in this cyclic existence. They just, whatever they are born, they just want to enjoy their life. Okay, and the second type is they are the beings who understand the emptiness of this cyclic existence. Impermanence of this, the happiness. So wherever in the world of the six realm or three realms you are born, it is suffering. Okay, you might get the blissful state in the god realms, but that still, that is impermanent, and it will lead to the suffering. Okay, it won't liberate you out of the suffering realm. So this type of beings who have this type of mental inclination, who understand the fruitlessness of getting born in the even the god realms, they want to renounce this world. Okay, so they don't want to get born in any of the six realms. Obviously no one will want to get born in the suffering realms, lower suffering realms, but people with this type of realm understand the fruitlessness of the god realms also, and they want to renounce the whole cycle of existence. Okay, and also the third type of person is also has the same mental inclination about the second type, but they want to not only they don't want to renounce for the beings, because they know if they renounce, only they are getting liberated. But how about other beings, other motherly beings? So they want to not only liberate oneself, but also want to liberate other beings. So this type of beings generate the bodhicitta, which is the non-dual union of compassion and wisdom, realizing the emptiness. This mind realizes the emptiness or non-self of not only oneself, but all the experience it is experiencing. Okay, so this mind is like a lotus flower. Okay, the lotus grows in the mud, but it is not tarnished by the mud. So this type of mind, the mind with who has bodhicitta, born in the cyclic existence, but they stay in there without getting tarnished by the mud, and this is generated by the practice. Okay, so in the stanza 8, Acharya Shantideva is saying this bodhicitta is beneficial for each type of mental inclination, no matter what type of mental inclination you have, whether you want to enjoy the world, or you want to renounce the world, or you want to liberate other beings also, not only oneself. This bodhicitta is beneficial for everyone, and we should not leave this bodhicitta. Okay, that's what he is saying in stanza 8. And stanza 9, the vava means the existence, which are the six realms or three realms, whichever you want to classify. Starting from the hungry ghost, hell realm, animal realm, demigod, human beings, demigod, god, or you can say, we can divide that god into god of the deserving realm, or the god of the formless realm, form realm. Okay, so these realm are called existence, where the ignorance of I is still exist. Okay, and this is also called cyclic realm, because the beings who are born in this, no matter where they are born, they take birth there, and then die, and then take birth, and then die again, as if that they're walking in a circle. Sometimes they go in god realm, they die there, they go back to the hungry ghost realm, and then they die there, the karma finishes for that realm, and then they get reborn in other realm, like they are they are walking in circling around the existence. So that's why these existence are also called realm of cyclic existence. Okay, and Acharya Shantideva is metaphorically saying these realms as prison. Okay, and the beings who are trapped in this prison as a poor pathetic prisoners. Okay, and he says that when even such prisoners, when bodhicitta is generated in even such pathetic prisoners, they become Buddha. They become Buddha or son of Buddha. Initially you will be bodhisattva, you will be walking in that path before you really become the Buddha. So they will be called as the son of Buddha, and these beings who have generated, as soon as you generate the bodhicitta, you will be called as the pathetic being will be called as the son of Buddha, and those pathetic beings, as soon as the bodhicitta is generated, will become worthy of veneration by human beings as well as god beings. Okay, so that's what Acharya Shantideva is saying in stanza 9. I think I explained everything. So that's all for today. I will see you next time. Until then, keep safe. Bhavatu Sarvamangalam.